Alright, what's going on, guys? So we finally had a major incident at a TwitchCon. I'm honestly a little surprised it even took this long for something like this to happen. I'm sure y'all have all seen the clips before. I think I posted one or two videos on them reacting to like the Amaranth and like the other hot tub streamers TwitchCon meetups and stuff. We always watch those clips on the stream because they're hilarious. It's always like the biggest freaks. I would say like 90% of the time, it's literally the exact type of person you would imagine would go to this type of a meetup. Majority of the time. I'm sure there might be a few normal people there, I guess. So honestly, it's not that surprising that something like this happened. I think everyone is kind of lucky it wasn't worse. So basically, a quick breakdown before we watch the clip. TwitchCon is currently going on this weekend. I think it started on Friday. As you may or may not know, a lot of streamers will do like a meet and greet at the event where people can just go wait in line or whatever, and then they just, meet them, take a picture, autograph, whatever they want to do, talk to them. And as you can imagine, the majority of streamers who do these meet and greets and actually have like lines of people waiting for them are female streamers. Not exactly a surprise. You can also probably imagine the demographic of individuals interested in these type of meet and greets. I'm sure there might be a few normal people there, but let's be realistic, you know what I mean? If you're flying out to a TwitchCon to go meet your favorite female streamer, there's a pretty high probability that you're a fucking weirdo. It is what it is. So that being said, this is gonna be a clip from Emiru's meetup. I think she's probably like top 5 in like the weirdo ratio of like freaks that would like show up, you know what I mean? Like, I think Pokey's probably number 1. Pokey, it's like a cult how they are with her, right? But Emiru's still probably like top 5, I would say. She's definitely got a lot of freaks that follow her around. You guys remember maybe like 6 months ago, I think it's the beginning of this year, where her and like Valkyrie and I think Senna, maybe someone else, they were at like the fair or whatever. Or I think it was at the Santa Monica Pier, and then like some weirdo came up to them and found them and started being weird or whatever. So it's definitely not her first time with a weirdo pulling up. So I'm pretty sure this happens to her a lot anytime she tries to do any like events or anything. So anyways, that's enough of the backstory. Let's pull up the clip and kind of see what went down here. Alright, so here is the VOD of this guy. Shout out Bacon Crumbs. He was filming this. He was streaming while he was waiting or whatever. If this guy wasn't streaming this, I don't think we would have the video evidence of it. So actually, it ended up working out pretty well. So basically, here you can see how it works, right? I'm sure you guys have all seen this. I'm gonna play the clip real quick. So she's waiting in line. Let me turn this guy down a little bit. His audio is not really important. So people are waiting in line or whatever. She's there taking pics. I don't know how long the meetup lasts, like 2 hours or something maybe, I don't know. So you're about to see the freak come up, right? So this guy's getting an autograph or picture, whatever he's doing. And you'll notice like there's not really security. Like there is security, like you can see these guys in the back standing there, but there's really not. They're pretty useless at this point, right? You're about to see. So watch this. She's like interacting with this guy. Now here comes this guy coming. He pull up. He went in for the fucking kiss close. Here comes the security. Say, whoa, bro, what are you doing? And watch, this is the crazy part, right? Right? They just let him go. Look at this. They just let him go. They didn't like detain him and say, hey, moron. Like, they just said, all right, fuck off. Now what? Okay. We have a lot to break down here, right? Okay. Let's break this down, right? This is fucking crazy. I don't know how, like, it's just it doesn't make any sense. So anyways, okay, so she's interacting with him. This guy, he comes in from like off the screen. He's not in line, right? He just pulls up. Okay, you see him. Wait, right here, I think. Hold on. Okay, right here. Okay, yeah. So he pulls up from like the side. He's not even in line. He pulls up. She sees him, like, she's looking at him now, right? She could see him. She's like, what the hell? But, like, at this point, a good security guard would have already intervened. You know what he would have already started to intervene. If you see somebody weird pulling up like this, like, you have to intervene. You know what I mean? Like, that's like what a good security does. Like, you have to be aware of your surroundings. They have fucking pissed security who's just, like, not paying attention. I don't know what they're doing, right? So even at this point, security should be stepping in. You know what I mean? When a random person is walking in off the side of, you know what I mean? Like, security needs to be paying attention. They need to step the fuck in already. Like, I don't... Like, look, the security still is not even, like... I don't know what they're doing. Are they on their phone? I don't know, but, like, this guy's already walking up crazy, right? Pulls up, he grabs her, he goes in for that the kiss close. I don't know. You know, he got to be trying to, right? That's what he's trying to do, right? I mean, I don't know. That's what it looks like. But even now, like, where's the security? The other guy, the other fan, no one is reacting to this. I think is insane. Like, look at this other fan. He frozen. Look, he just looking. He pretend he don't see it. He said, "Damn, that guy got a kiss with my girl, bro." He's pissed off. He trying to look away. Look at him. He's just looking forward, like, holy shit, what's going on? And now finally, the security runs over and pushes him away, like, "Hey, man, what are you doing, bro?" But like, I don't understand. Like, what were you doing for the last 10 seconds? You had plenty of time to react before it got to that. Right? Now that guy just... What's even more crazy here, right? This guy just walked off. Nobody, like, hey, you have to fucking detain this guy. Like, hello? Why is he walking off and no one, like, what the fuck? You could see, like, the reaction, like... Everyone's like, yo, what the fuck? What's going on? And, like... But, like, that guy's already gone. I just don't understand. The security was, like, very poor. Like, this was just a piss job of fucking... I don't know, man. It was just so bad. And what's crazy is... They're lucky nothing serious happened, you know? They're like... If that guy... I don't know how loud that is. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. If that guy, like, had, like, a weapon or some shit, like, there was nothing stopping him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know... I'm sure they have some sort of, like, security to get in, but probably also shit as well. You know, I think the security all around probably at this is just terrible. But, like, if that guy had a weapon or something, like, that's it. That's GG's. You know what I mean? Like, there was nothing stopping him. So, like, they gotta fix this shit, bro. Because, like, you kind of almost have to expect it when it comes to a situation like this, bro. Like, these tier 3s online, like, they're fucking mentally insane, man. Like, that guy that pulled up, like... He probably thinks, like, that's his girlfriend. Like, he's, like, mentally insane, you know what I mean? He's in love with her. That's why he just pulled up like that, you know what I mean? Like, that's not a normal human being. Like, you gotta have way better security than that, bro. Okay, this is the security guard right here. Let me just see. Is he not even looking? Like, what is he doing? Let's see, hold on. This is him right here, right? He's standing. Hold on, I think he gets covered up. He's standing right here, look. Okay, look, he just passed by the security guard's face. Hello? Oh, let me look at what he does. Oh, I wish this guy in the purple wasn't there. You can't see the security. Yeah, he walked right in front of the security and walked up to her. I mean, like, come on, bro. Like, you gotta be better at your job. Hey, this guy with the blue hair is killing me, though, bro. Wait, let me look at the guy with the blue hair. He actually is, like, frozen, just looking forward. Look. Why? He just standing there. He's not even, like, reacting. He's just looking forward. What the fuck? And then he looked over. What the... Did he not know? I'm so confused. That was just an insane reaction out of that guy. Wait, he looking at the... Look, he looking at the ground. He looking at the crime scene where it happened. He said, whoa, what happened here? He looking. Oh, no, man. But anyways, okay, so that's the clip of the situation, right? She posted a very long response. I guess we'll read it. You know what? Let's just read it. Okay. Hello, everyone. I haven't read this yet. I don't know. Whatever. Let's read it. Okay, we're gonna read it together. Hello, everyone. I am okay, and thank you for all the kind messages. Sorry I cannot respond to them all. Yesterday, the man who assaulted me was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon and even in front of another creator's meet and greet to grab me and my face and try to kiss me. Fortunately, he wasn't able to, but a lot of people have pointed out could have been a lot worse. Yep, exactly. That's the point. I'm obviously shaken up by what happened, and it's not the first time I've dealt with something like this, but to tell you honestly, I'm a lot more hurt and upset by how Twitch handled it during and after the fact. Yeah, that's exactly the issue. So, like I said, I don't understand how he was allowed to make it to me in the first place. The security in the clip who reacts is my own security. It's true It's true, my favorite and usual security guard was banned for holding a stalker's arm to bring him to police at a past TwitchCon. We'll talk about that in a second. However, there were at least 3 or 4 other TwitchCon security staff in the area who did not react and let the guy walk away, as you can see in the clip, since they don't even appear in the frame. Yep, we were just talking about that. The woman who is walking me away is my own personal manager, and behind the booth, the only 2 people who were checking on me and comforting me were her and my friend. None of the TwitchCon staff came to ask what happened or if I was okay. My friend who was present told me Twitch security were also behind the booth afterwards, joking about how they didn't even see what happened and immediately laughing and moving on to talking about something else. So if no one was checking if I was okay or if I needed anything and they let the guy run away initially, I have no idea what anyone hired to keep the event safe was doing, LOL. In Twitch's statement, they said the guy was immediately caught and detained. I'm sorry, but that is a blatant lie. He was allowed to walk away from my meet and greet, and I didn't hear he was caught until hours after he attacked me. And it felt like this only happened because my manager pressing for it, not because TwitchCon staff present thought it was a big deal. I have a lot more I want to say, but I will say it on stream later today instead of writing a book on here. I mean, this is kind of a book, I'm not gonna lie, but thank you guys again. Sorry you all had to see that. This is definitely my last TwitchCon, and it saddens me to say, as a 10-year off and on attendee of TwitchCon, I think other creators should seriously consider not attending in the future. I did not feel cared for or protected, even bringing my own security and staff. I can't imagine how creators without those options would feel. Stay safe, y'all. Everything is going to be okay. So a couple things here. Well, actually, first of all, let me pull up Twitch's statement because they had something to say. Okay, so here's the Twitch statement. The safety and security of all those attending TwitchCon is our highest priority. The behavior displayed by the individual involved in the incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer was completely unacceptable and deeply upsetting. In line with existing TwitchCon security protocols, law enforcement and event security were on site and responded to the incident. We immediately blocked this individual from returning to the TwitchCon premises, and they are banned indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in-person events. We are coordinating with the impacted creators team and per our standard protocols, continue to cooperate with any law enforcement investigations. We have increased security at the meet and greet attendee check-in point, and we'll have additional security personnel surrounding participating streamers. If you RSVP'd for a meet and greet, please note that we are unable to accommodate +1s for the remainder of the event. Twitch has zero tolerance for harassment or acts that inhibit the safety and security of our community. First of all, who the fuck is still doing their meet and greet after that? Like, huh? Hey, how do we fucking tell them? Second of all, they got community noted on this, and it said Twitch allowed the assailant to walk originally and was only pressed to apprehend him. And was only pressed to apprehend him until Emiru's manager pushed for it, whatever she said. So basically, they just posted some nonsense about how they have good security. They obviously do not. It's fucking terrible. Now back to her tweet, right? So a couple things here, right? So apparently that was actually her own personal security. That wasn't even the Twitch security that intervened, which is crazy because that means had she not hired her own personal security, that guy would have just been there doing whatever he wanted, because then nobody would have stepped in at all, which is fucking crazy to me. I don't understand how there's not like actual Twitch security there. Thankfully for her, she brought her own, or else, I don't know, that guy might have still been holding on to her right now. Who the fuck was gonna stop him? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of crazy. So that's very concerning that wasn't even the Twitch security that stepped in. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Also, she did say something about her previous personal security and her normal one was not allowed to come to TwitchCon anymore because he had an incident with a previous stalker at TwitchCon. Like I said at the beginning of the video, like, she has a lot of freaks that try to, like, find her. I'm honestly surprised she even comes to these events anymore. Well, she did say this is going to be her last one, but she for sure has, like, one of the highest ratios of freaks. I think stuff like this is literally why, like, Pokey doesn't come to these events, because, like, Pokey would for sure have some fucking when weirdos like this pull up, you know what I mean? So it is pretty crazy. But yeah, so her original and I guess a better security is banned because he had an incident with a previous TwitchCon where a guy was stalking her. I guess they didn't like how he handled the situation. But if they aren't going to provide adequate security on their end, then they can't really get mad at streamers for bringing their own, you know, because the number one priority is safety, of course, you know what I mean? So I don't know. A pretty insane situation, but I think the only positive you could take from it is that at the end of the day, everyone's okay. Nothing bad happened, but this shit really could have been bad. It's kind of mind-blowing how fucking terrible the security was there. Like, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, this is probably the end of TwitchCon for the majority of streamers, I would say, especially female streamers. Because, like, I just don't, like, this doesn't really happen to, like, a male stream. I think Dr. Disrespect did a meetup at TwitchCon before, like, you know, before he was banned and all that. And no one tried to pull up on him and kiss him, you know what I mean? Like, it's really, I can't imagine any female streamer would want to go do a meetup after this. They were already probably rightfully justified in not wanting to do this because of weird shit like this. But like in the future, like for sure, like there's no way they would want to do one. You know what I mean? Like, so sad day for all the freaks out there. You probably now no longer have an opportunity to ever meet your favorite female streamers. So you will have to stay at home and keep jerking off like normal, I guess. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the video, man. Just a pretty insane situation, but you know, I wonder what they'll charge this. Sexual assault? I don't know. What exactly do they charge this guy with? He did try to kiss her. We'll see what the outcome of all of this is. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links to the description down below. Check out my last video if you missed it. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.